we are live, and the doors of the sanctum have been unlocked and opened for the week. Welcome, everyone, back to the Sanctum Sanctorum. I am your illustrious host, Widow's Son. With me, as always, is one of my awesome co-hosts, Dr. Cyrus Oblivion, and we are joined today by the incredibly awesome Miss Burnt Toast, and, of course, Mr. Bran from the Geek Room. They have been so kind to give us some of their time this afternoon to come in and shoot the proverbial shit with us here in the Sanctum. Hope everyone had a great week. It's of course, we've been through so much going on just within the last 10 days in the country and or probably all over the world. Shit, I don't know. I usually spend most of my time sleeping and working, so I mean, I'm surprised that I know what's going on half the time. Miss Toast, how are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
Pleasure is indeed all ours. Bran, how are you, my brother?
I'm here as any other day. I'm trucking on, you know.
Well, that's what the Grateful Dead said you got to do, man. Trucking.
I will get by.
That's very true. That's actually like one of the last good songs they wrote after 1981.
Right.
Well, I mean, 67 to 81 is the only time you really should be listening to them. But you know, of course.
Wait, I'm puzzled. They actually wrote good music.
You shut the fuck up. I'm gonna tell you like I told Wanderer last week. You shut your lips. You keep your mouth quiet.
Don't you come out your mouth sideways to me again, you hear?
Hey, I'm the one with the cowboy hat and the mustache. I make the rules.
Hey, I'm from South Carolina. I trump that shit.
You said Trump.
Ew.
QAnon told me all about it.
Jewish space laser.
Jewish space.
Pew pew.
It's
And Marjorie Taylor Greene said that if you see her in these videos making threats against the Speaker of the House, it's George Soros in a disguise.
Of course, it's always George.
And and speaking of Wanderer, real quick, I sent him the link. He may be joining us just a little bit later. Today is actually his father's birthday, so big happy birthday! Shout out to Wanderer's dad. Not sure how old he is, but
happy birthday, Wanderer Senior.
Make sure you give him some pretty pink power armor for his birthday, there, Wanderer. So. But here we are once again for the week. Well, first and foremost, since we have a lot of us haven't spoken since then, how was everyone's holidays? Christmas, New Year, all that good shit.
It was different.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very different. It's very strange.
Yeah, because you and I were actually talking last night, and you were telling me did y'all had to do like the holiday like Zoom or like on the phone or?
Yeah, it was just weird because we cooked food and then I had to FaceTime family while they're eating, and it was very strange.
Yeah, you told me you cooked a bunch of food, and I'm like, man, I should go into her house.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, I mean, I don't know. Did you ever order your Sanctum Sanctorum ranch bed? Did you ever order that?
You know what? I'm gonna have to put that on a list.
Add it to the old Amazon wish list, eh?
Because we make the best ranch.
Yes,
that is true.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I was actually telling a friend of mine about that like just a couple of weeks ago, and after I got done explaining it to him, like he was just sitting there and he thought about it for a second, and then he just started busting out laughing. I'm like, I told you. And
that's most people's reaction to anything that comes out of Reverend Shandy's mouth. Just a gut fucking laugh, man.
Right. But see, one of the things that really got him was when I was explaining the part where it was basically just all over his face, and his fingers. And I just basically told him, I'm like, dude, it looked like he just got in like a Hidden Valley Ranch bukkake fest. and you know, it was pretty bad. And he was like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
He was like shoving it in his face like he was a homeless guy, and this was the first time he had eaten in like months. And as he's shoving it into his face, and it's all over his face, it's all the way up to his wrist. Like that's how much he had stuck his entire hand in this thing. And I'm just like, what is he doing? And he shoves it in there. And then he's like, I feel like a savage eating this shit. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, Rev, really?
And
Like,
of course,
really?
and of course, my mind goes to that old video he made at drag while he was eating the black olives and the meat, talking about what real male individuals do. So I wonder if he was like a savage that day too. You know, getting his own brand back out.
Oh
He
no!
needs
Remember,
protein for his member, you know.
no, remember, it's food porn individuals. So
That was anything but food porn. That and I didn't even see it, but just hearing about it was enough.
it's like the description of anything that goes on there is enough for anyone. The mental image that you can kind of conceive is it will either A, justify it enough to make you sick, or B, it will justify it enough to be like, I have to find this and see it for myself.
Yeah.
I kind of compare, and this is a sad. Well, it's kind of a it's a strange comparison, but it's really the only thing that I could really come up with right now. It's kind of like comparing compare Rev and Shani videos to a Serbian film.
Oh Jesus!
Like huh?
Nope.
No. What I mean by that is you either will see it and never want to watch it again, or you will see it and you will never want to watch it nor speak of it again. So that's, I mean, I would say that's a pretty fair comparison, sort of. Minus the ending scene for those of us here who have actually seen this movie. Which,
yeah, well, I had almost forgotten it. Thanks, man.
That's just, dude, that's one of those movies that I can honestly just never forget that I have seen.
Yeah, I've seen it once, and I was like, you know, I can do without that.
Yeah. I don't ever want to see that movie again, like ever. I like fucked up shit. Like, I mean, I love fucked up movies. Like,
sure.
I've watched some of the like a lot of the old exploitation films from the 70s.
Yeah.
And the Nazi exploitation films from the 70s. As a matter of fact, I actually watched this really interesting documentary the other night called Fascism on a Thread, and it was the strange story of Nazi exploitation cinema. And they actually interviewed the woman who played Ilsa in Ilsa, She-Wolf of the SS. And apparently she's like a preacher now, and she still does like Comic-Cons and shit. But that's just one of those movies that I don't ever want to have anything else to do with, ever. I won't even recommend it to friends of mine who like fucked up movies. I'm just like, I'm not even going to tell them about it and be like, they can find that on their own. And then when they look at me, be like, have you ever seen this? And be like, sadly, yes, I have. And Miss Toast, if you've never seen this movie, do not go and try to dig it up. I
have heard of it. I have not seen it. And the people that I know, a bunch of people that I know that have seen it, they're like, don't watch it.
Yeah, don't.
So you know what? I'm going to take their advice.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, because I mean, I've seen it. Bran has seen it. Doc has apparently seen it.
Nope, I have not. I've just heard about it, and I have no desire to see it.
Yeah.
See, unluckily for me, I didn't have a lot of people that knew about this film by the time it crossed my screen, so I had no idea what I was getting into.
They didn't warn you at all?
I knew nothing really about it. I just I kind of keep my fingers on the pulse of thriller horror type stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, what's this? Let's give this a shot. And then like an hour and change later, I was like, yeah, that was a bad call, but
Like I was about to say, you weren't. I mean, were you like ripping bangers while you were watching this? Because
I wish I had been. Honestly, like nobody should watch this with a sober mind. It does damage.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, it's one of those movies. Like it's traumatizing enough to where like if you don't smoke, you need a cigarette after it's over, because I mean you're just like in literal fear of what you have literally seen. It's like almost one of those where you have to go and sit alone go and sit in the corner of a shower and in the fetal position and like cry for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, Bran, I want to say, excellent show last night. I actually, I woke up way too early before I had to go into work last night, so I actually was laying there watching it. Excellent show, as always.
Thank you.
Your mic is working a lot better now.
I know. Do you know what it like? So it was this weird thing that happened. So Chrome wouldn't let me do shit with StreamYard. So I download Firefox and it works. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll use Firefox. The next time I go get on Firefox, it does the same shit it was doing in Chrome. I try Chrome again, and this time I just click echo cancellation and it fixes it. So I felt like a fucking moron.
That the sad night that we just watched Bran like basically pantomime while everyone else is talking.
I just bowed out and let everyone else have a go at whoever the fuck we were mocking that evening.
and Toast was just telling me she had some mic problems like not too long ago. So y'all were in the same boat.
Yeah, I was like somebody asked me to do an interview, and this was like last week. And my mic was working perfectly earlier that day. And then like we get into StreamYard, and before we even go live, she's like, there's this super high pitched noise. Like, and she's like, are you next to like a HVAC system? I was like, yeah, no, I'm not G-Man. I don't live in my basement. And so
crawl space.
And I was like, no, I wonder if there's something wrong with the cord. So I was like switching out all these, USB cord, just all this stuff, and it wouldn't go away. And so we did the interview because I couldn't hear it. Only she could hear it in the audience. And the audience was really cool. They were making jokes. Like apparently there was a musician in the chat, and he was like, I'm going to figure out what key that is. Like they were all having a good time. But like 45 minutes in, we had to call it quits because I was like, I can't. This is embarrassing. Like I can't do this. And so I was like, what is going on? I switched out everything you could possibly imagine, every setting, every properties, everything. And it turned out the mic was just died. And I was so pissed because I had only had it for like 5 months. And apparently it was the USB connection got broken. I don't know, but I had to order a new one. And this is the new one, and it's working fine. So I'm thankful for that.
Well, I mean, did you not fill out the warranty card or something for the old one, or did it not have one?
It didn't have one because it was just one of those mics where it's going to last, 1 or 2 years. So I was expecting, I'll use it for 1 or 2 years and then I'll upgrade. Well, I didn't expect it to conk out on me after like 4 months, so I was kind of pissed.
Did you take it outside and break it?
I wanted to like throw it out the window. I was so mad, but yeah.
I would have set it on fire. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I would have done. I would have just taken it outside and set it on fire.
That shit was going through my mind during the similar situation I had, because like I'm like, okay, no, like Billy streamed, he's produced for the channel, Frank is produced for the channel. All right, it's my turn, goddammit. I'm gonna do this shit. I can fucking do it, and then I blew it. So it was fun. It was good times.
I still
working.
I still say that they need to make a T-shirt of you doing the 2 thumbs up with with that smile on your face like the Fonz.
Oh, that would be a fucking big seller. Let me tell you.
I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
You and like one other person.
Like I would buy that one and my Team Cloppy shirt. Totally.
Oh yeah, I'd get a Cloppy shirt. I'm not going to front that like I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you know, if you know, I'm still intrigued by how that character came about. But you know, if it's just hey Bill, if it's just like hey Billy, just like put on a random mask and come up with something strange. Hey,
I think it had something to do with Sam's girlfriend being a horse chiropractor, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
There you go.
Is he still with her? Or is, like,
I have no idea. I just
Okay.
know it became a big meme that Sam was with a chick who had no lips and was a horse chiropractor.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm trying to fathom horse chiropractics. Like I'm.
I mean, don't. That's what I would say.
Well, no, I mean, as someone who has visited an actual chiropractor before, I'm a little puzzled by horse chiropractics. I mean, like literally, that's a head scratcher to me. I mean, honestly, I'm sitting here scratching my head at the moment.
If you're planning on thinking about that a lot, may I suggest nay?
Strap on the old feed bag and give it a sugar cube. Oh wow, I kind of feel like Stan and Kyle on South Park. I learned something today.
Right.
I learned that horse chiropractors exist.
Sam has all the special friends that he brings around.
Well, I mean, we've all had those special friends, that are a little out there in their own way. I got a good friend of mine who don't ask me. I to this day I still don't know how they crossed paths. Well, I think I have a pretty good idea, but party one night and one of my buddies comes walking up and he's got a new girlfriend and he was just with another girl like a couple of weeks before. And, she, he introduces her and she's, really cool. And a little while later, me and him and another friend of ours were all standing around, of course there's beers going and shit. And they're just like, dude, where'd you meet this one? And he was telling us and it's like, well, what does she do? And he's like, oh, she's a stripper. I'm like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, hey man, to each their own. Whatever.
Yeah. So dude. So one of my friends that I grew up with and went to church with, he joined the Air Force right out of high school, and about 2 or 3 years later, he and I were just randomly talking on the phone, and he was like, yeah, I've got a girlfriend now, but I don't think he goes, I don't think our youth pastor would approve. I was like, why do you say that? Is she a stripper or something? And the phone got silent, and then he just very sheepishly said, yeah.
So was it one of those things where the guy thinks that she's his girlfriend because he's paying her money, or are they in a legitimate relationship?
No,
I don't know. They're not together today, so I mean, that was going to probe into.
Right. Well, no, with my buddy, they were legitimately dating, and I'm like, and we're like, so you have no problem with her grinding on other dudes, for however long she works a night or whatever. He's like, no. He had that pause in his voice, he literally stood there for about 10 seconds and thought about it before he answered. But no, they were legitimately dating. And then about a week or so later, we were back over in my buddy's house again. And we were having another bonfire, and he showed up alone. And we're like, dude, where's your lady? And he was like, couldn't do it, man. Couldn't do it. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was just like, couldn't handle it. I mean, he was legitimately disappointed that they broke up. I'm like,
that's like porn stars being married to each other. I mean, like, how they make that work, I have no clue. But
well, could be really. I mean, well, I don't think I have an explanation for that. Bran, you want to take that one? Because I don't have an explanation for it.
Open relationship.
Very open.
That's my only. I mean, it's their career at that point. I mean, I think they're probably past the point of like where some people would be on being, iffy about something like that. They're definitely past that point. It's a career for them. They probably don't give a shit.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Because like I had no clue how to explain that. I can explain a lot of things, but that's just not one of them.
Well, and going back to the scenario of someone dating a stripper, the only time I've really heard of that working has been when the guy is like already on the gray to darker side of the law, and usually he's a drug dealer himself, or
Now you're profiling, and profiling is
telling you about the only times I've heard that working.
Well, that's beside the point. What I'm saying is you're profiling. You're assuming that all guys who date strippers deal drugs or have been to jail.
I'm not saying that. I just said the only time
you did.
The only time I've heard it working. Now you're putting words in my mouth, dude.
Somebody back me up here. He did just say that.
Roll that beautiful bean footage back. Let's hear it.
Styling and profiling.
Judges. Yeah. Wow, Ric Flair's here. Rick, what do you think?
I don't know, something about 16
the only
times.
time I've seen it work for a long period of time has been when the guy's on the other side of the wall.
Something about 16 times.
It's actually 21, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
What?
Oh yeah, that's my little wrestling nerd coming out.
Oh no, I mean, me and Doc, we're wrestling nerds too. So, did he win the belt again like 5 more times, and I'm just not aware of it?
No, I just like calling WWE on their bullshit.
Oh,
they acknowledge him as a 16-time champion. It's really 21. Get fucked, Cena. Get fucked.
Well, I mean, look. I will say this about John Cena. I was a fan of his when he first started, like, because I actually liked the whole like hip hop freestyle persona that he had. And when he started like winning the title over and over and over again, he was about to break Ric Flair's record. Ric Flair gave him permission to do it, and he wouldn't do it. I'm like, the man himself told you that he's giving you his blessing to break his record, and you're not going to balls up and do it. And then he retired. I'm like, and now he's starting to look like Ernest P. Worrell, and he's making really bad movies.
Yeah, his face is turning into that of Ernest, is it not? I noticed. I noticed that a while back. I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, he's really turning into Jim Varney, dude. He totally is. As he gets older, if they ever decide to start doing Ernest movies again, they'll cast John Cena. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
So, Miss Toast, what is going on new with you on your channel these days?
Well, a new Lowell's cow has shown up in the pasture, and at first I ignored him because he's boring and I can't stand his streams. It's just complaining. And then all of a sudden, he started attacking me personally on Twitter after I had basically ignored him for 2 months, not tweeted at him, not made a video, don't go to his streams. I'm not trolling him. I just completely left him alone. And he says he only attacks people who go after his family. Well, I've never said anything to him, never done anything to him. And so all of a sudden, he starts making these crazy accusations on Twitter. And so I was like, you know what? Okay, let's go. And so I tweeted back at him, and he got all butthurt. and then started mentioning my name in his streams. And I was like, oh, okay. And so then I made a video about him, made a complete fool out of himself. And he's now mad because he can't refute what I put in the video, because it's just receipts. I'm not even talking in the video because it's just literally him saying the thing and then Shani saying the thing. So like, I don't know what he's going to be able to say to that.
It's a video with the stuff and the things on it, with with the things and more stuff.
All of the things.
All of them.
Yes. Yeah.
And what a great video it was, by the way. Like digital high five, because I quite enjoyed it.
Wait, when have you already posted it? I didn't get a notification about it.
Yep. It was last week, I think, or earlier this week, something like that.
I didn't get a notification about it, and I've got the notifications on your channel, so I'll have to go back and look at it. I apologize. Damn it, YouTube, get your notification shit together. So yeah, I will have to go and look at that.
Hey, don't feel bad. I got a notification like 2 minutes ago that the show that I'm currently on is live. So
wow. They just don't care about us little guys anymore. You know, I know we only got 130 subs and shit, but you know what? You know, give us a little more credit, man. Come on. This is heartbreaking. God damn it. The fact that you got a notification about it is amazing. Like, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you.
I'd set reminder for it, but like, yeah, we've been here for what, almost a half an hour now, and I just got it like 3 minutes ago. So, you know, top notch shit there from the YouTube.
I don't know. I was, and I asked Miss Toast this just a little bit ago. Bran, have you tried one of these Coke coffee drinks?
No, and that sounds awful.
I just finished one.
Oh, you finished it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I actually just finished one. If you do the energy coffee drinks or whatever, maybe,
bro.
You know,
bro. Coke can't even get Coke right. I don't know if I trust them to get coffee right.
Coke's gone downhill since they stopped putting cocaine in it.
Objectively true.
I mean, come on. I mean, how do they expect people to stay, you know, jittery and wired all day long?
Yeah. Look, when I drink a Coke, I want to be fucking zooted. All right. Like, I just fucking enough of this pansy shit they got out now.
Yeah, I want to bees all over the internet.
like I could just imagine Toast having one of those, and then just like she'll be doing a video and like she'll be speaking like 90 to nothing, and it'll just come out like the Micro Machine guy from the old Micro Machine commercials.
You're kind of doing an impersonation of him right now.
Yeah, you're kind of describing what your mic is sounding like right now.
Wow.
It done. Thanks, did guys. It again.
Fuck my life, dude. Just fuck my life.
No, that's a different show. That's a different show.
Wow. That's targeted harassment, and I'm not going to stand for it.
You're haters. Ooh.
I'm sorry. Like, I brought it up on our stream last night, but I wanted to. I don't know why it made me, and maybe I'm a bad person. Let's just scratch that, maybe. But I saw Rev.
Judges, can we retract that, maybe, please?
Can we have that stricken from the record? I saw Rev try to do a mukbang the other day, and he almost choked to death, and I laughed, and I felt kind of bad about it, but like the look on his face when he realizes, oh fuck, I'm choking live on YouTube, was kind of like chef kiss. I enjoyed that. But he's not dead, so don't judge me. Come on.
You know what my favorite part of that mukbang was? which you heard in the background, because she evidently was watching him choke live on camera.
Yeah.
And instead of getting herself up and going down the stairs, which probably would have taken her a year, she instead yelled for her 11-year-old autistic son, Zach,
Right.
and like screamed for him to go downstairs and check on him.
But wasn't she supposed to be in the hospital at that point?
Yes.
Yep.
Wait, is this Shani y'all are talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Wait a minute. I gotta say it. Busted. So,
and then he did a gaming stream. He did a gaming stream last night and was like, "You guys, I'm calling the FBI. They're logging everything you comment in this section." And I was like, "Okay, great. Make sure you get my name right." Like, okay, cool. And
it's Burnt Toast.
You know,
and he's
considering what the FBI is having to deal with over the next month, I think a YouTube stream is the least of their worries, unless it's somehow tied to the storming of the Capitol.
Yeah, and that's what I said. And he was like, they're writing all of your names down. You're being sued. And I was like, yay! I can't wait to talk to them because I got stuff on you.
It's a huge free speech issue that's been ruled on numerous times, so they don't really have a case. Like, they're putting themselves out there as a product, and y'all are reviewing and criticizing the product.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, I made the comment on one of his mukbang videos, or his unoriginal material, as I like to call it. That because
Wait, what's so unoriginal about it? I don't understand. Nobody else is out there named Jason Avocados. What are you talking about? That's original shit.
That goddamn Coke coffee drink. Fuck that shit. Bran, I'm going to give you permission that if I ever have another one of those before I go live, you have permission to come to Alabama and kick me directly in the nuts.
Oh shit! Can we film this? Put it up on the channel, man. That's how you clout chase.
We'll turn it
canceled. Canceled again.
Yeah, God damn it, Bran! Every time you come on, we get canceled. So,
hey, you know what? You knew that when you invited me on here.
Yeah, I know, but damn it,
Branceled.
Hashtag Branceled. There you go. Hey,
look, let me just tell you something. You lay down with dogs, you get fleas. All right.
Yeah,
so you know true. What's up.
Yeah. But hey, you got to be a little bit respectful. Remember, we've given you your belt and Google foo here.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. I'll try not to get you guys canceled so I can retain that title.
Well, I mean, Doc, I, and Wanderer, we all have Google foo belts. So.
Oh well, never mind. I'm not special. Cancel these motherfuckers. Right?
No. It's elite. It's like I told you when we gave it to you. It's like the Black Jacket Club on Hell's Kitchen. It's an elite group.
Did I hear someone was in need of getting canceled?
Canceled.
Oh my God, you're getting canceled.
Wait a minute, you called it Google foo, huh? What are you making fun of Asian cultures? Cancel these motherfuckers right now.
Cancel the geek room.
Hashtag fire Billy.
Yeah, fire him first and then you cancel him. No future job prospects for that son of a bitch.
Worst producer on YouTube's.
I'm going to scream canceled until I get more views.
So, well, since it's such an elite club, and we don't have a lady in the club, I'm going to give an honorary Google foo black belt to Miss Toast, the very first honorary belt that we will give out. So welcome to the club. Welcome to the Google foo black belt club.
What prizes do I get? Do I look under my chair?
Yeah, you'll have a gas mask and a map to the underground bunker where you will be safe from insurrection.
Awesome.
You get a new Shanny video. You get a new Shanny video.
Everybody gets a new Shanny video.
Speaking of insurrection, did y'all hear Harry, who was it, Chuck Schumer's like screw up on the floor of the Senate?
Oh yeah, where he said
Which time?
where he said that where he
Trump
said he
incited an erection.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I like
the only
look he
time he's
gave.
ever said that word.
Probably not a lot recently.
No, probably after he's popped like 5 Viagra. He's like, honey, it's working again. Get in here.
I'm responsible for creating this erection, honey.
Let me storm your capital.
Oh
Let
my
me-
God.
Man, did he have the zip tie cuffs too? Did they get freaky like that?
Oh my God.
So it's really
Schumer's
cool
a freak in the sheets, you guys. You didn't know that.
So what's really cool about the stuff that's happened since the insurrection occurred, there is a group, an account on Instagram called Homegrown Terrorists. Everyone should follow, and because they have been helping identify these people that the FBI is like, hey, can you help us find them out? And some of the people have been surprising, like the lead singer of the band Iced Earth.
No, he was a guitar player.
Guitar player. The guitar player is one of the ones identified.
Which Iced Earth is not really that great.
No, they're not. But it was really shocking because, a lot of times these artists think they're protected because their fans are loyal no matter what. Nope. The dude's fans are the ones who identified him, like one of the first guys to identify him. Oh, hey, Hatman.
Hey, greetings, Sir Hatman. Welcome.
Hello.
I had a feeling that he was lurking in the shadows somewhere. He usually is.
He always is.
Oh yeah. That's one thing about my mentor. When we go live, I know he's lurking about somewhere.
I've come to have an appreciation for Hatman's Twitter account.
Oh yeah.
Big fan.
If you've never watched his old COTM videos that he used to do, go and watch them, because I'm going to tell you, he goes straight for the fucking throat. No remorse, nothing held back. I'm going to tell you. He actually, one of the last ones he did was he did 3 videos on G-Man. He did 1 on Von Helton, and he did 1 on Revan Chaney. And if you have not seen these videos, I highly recommend them to Miss Toast and to yourself, Bran. Oh my God.
I loved the video that he did for the charity stream, the Christmas charity stream or whatever.
Oh,
that
right.
was brilliant.
Oh, that was
the poem that he wrote.
Oh, that was fucking amazing. I was actually at home, like off from work, and I saw that popped up, and I was like, oh. And I went back and watched it like twice, and was just like, man, I mean, I wish I was like half that creative coming up with shit like that. Just, but hang on, let's see what's he saying here. Trump got my first one banned. Something about calling him a fat.
I don't see the lie.
I don't either.
I'm really looking, but I don't see it. So correction, I'm a fan of Hatman's second Twitter account. It sounds like I would have been a fan of the first one though, if we're being honest.
Man, honestly, this account that I have now that you guys follow me on is like my third one, because I've been banned on 2 accounts. The first one, basically both bans that I received were basically telling Trump supporters to go fuck themselves, and immediately got reported for quote unquote promoting self-harm. And I'm like, so telling someone to go fuck themselves is promoting self-harm?
Self-pleasure.
Well, they're totally free speech advocates, don't you know?
Oh yeah. So, but fine. We'll see. And I kept trying to, dispute the bans and they wouldn't do anything about it. So I basically figured out a loophole through it is just not to register my phone number with them through it. And I've been back on for like 2-3 months now, I guess. Shit, I don't know. I usually look at it more than I do Facebook these days anyway. Because I mean, there's only like so many advertisements that I can stomach looking at on Facebook before I just don't want to look at it anymore.
Oh, like when I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see ads for Rev and Shanny's fucking merch. That's always brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're broke. We don't have any money, and like, hey, we've got the money to advertise on fucking Facebook.
Yep, I was about to say that they're claiming they're broke, and he's spending a ridiculous amount of money advertising on social media platforms. He just bought a $500 or $600 camera that he did his mukbang on just the other day, and then he bought this. I think he said he spent like $600 or $800 on this leather jacket, that it was some vintage thing from a movie. And then he ended up scamming the person because he charged it back. So, and then never paid the money. So people were saying that he was like scamming people. So I'm like, okay, guys. Okay.
Yeah. Add scammer to the list.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then of course, I guess he shut down his Revelation News website and has just now made it a merch site for them, which I actually went and looked at. I'm like, who would actually buy this bullshit?
Don't forget about the baby carrot onesie for your young child.
Oh my God.
Because that's always an appropriate gift for minors.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Just add the audio of Rev's quote from that one karaoke song, and you've got a full package right there. Good job, Rev.
Or no, what was it from the Hannibal and Monty video that where they mix in where he was saying small fucking dick like all over like over and over again.
I don't want it
Small
to be in the
dick.
And like he doesn't know what lexicon means, which is isn't that cute? But he's like, I don't want it to be in the lexicon that I have a small fucking dick. And then they kept repeating him saying that. And then he's like, hot damn. And then Shanny's like, hey, my son has bigger feet than you do. And
why do
he's
you
like,
tell everyone that?
You don't have to say that to people, Shanny.
Jason, chill out. So,
they have the best quotes. It's so easy to make a song out of it.
I'm actually those are two guys that I would absolutely love to interview because I've been watching their channel for a while now. I watched the Golden Turds the other night. Saw you on there, Miss Toast. Excellent job.
Thank you.
They should just give you guys honorary awards, just for the hell of it.
Hey, we're 3 for 3 undefeated for the Golden Turd Award for best YouTube show called The Geek Room. So
yeah.
Now, Bran, right. You don't have a show, remember?
Oh, it is a show.
It's not a show.
It's a spectacle, an event.
It's like 80 people on a panel. Come on,
90. Yeah, like whenever all the super chats come through, it looks really cool until you got to split it 90 different ways, and then it's not so cool.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my 0.05 cent worth of my super chat. So when are you gonna pay up?
Hey, look over there.
Ooh, look at the kitty.
Hey, look, Shanny did something stupid.
Because apparently anybody who's ever been on your panel gets paid, and I'm just like, where's my check?
Yeah, I've been.
We don't even pay Billy. Like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Hey, I've been on 2 panels. I still haven't gotten paid. What the fuck, dude?
Kloppy commands a pretty high salary, if I'm being honest.
Hey, is he up in the 6 figures already?
Of apples, yes.
It takes a lot of super chats to feed Kloppy.
It really does. Rev knows, he can relate.
That's
Well,
a
no,
lot
there's
of
a-
apples from DoorDash.
There's a
Except
big
that's
difference.
sloppy, not cloppy. There's a difference.
Well, there's a big difference between feeding a horse and feeding a whale. There's a
Oh,
huge
man.
difference. There's a huge.
Could explain why they're going broke. Just saying.
I have to DoorDash everything to feed my fat fucking obese ass.
I still say
they
the
have the best quotes.
I still say the best one out of all of them is, "I am a failure of a man."
No truer words have ever been spoken on either of their channels.
I
It was
was
the
actually
only time he wasn't lying about something.
I was actually watching live when he said that shit, and I'm like, did he just really say what I think he said? And I had to rewind it back, and I'm like, oh, soundbite heaven! Whoever gets the hold of that first,
Oh,
have
Frank
fun
keeps
with
that
it.
motherfucker right at the ready.
Oh, I know. That's why when I had you and Billy on the first time, I don't know why I thought that he had it, but if he had, I'd have been like, feel free to play that as much as you want.
See, Billy's soundboard is mostly like things that have come from like our group of friends. He's just what you call a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he loves to give Dree shit. I know that.
So it's gotten to the point where you'll watch one of Dreese's streams and he'll be like, "Yeah, I better not say that. Billy's probably watching."
Yeah, what was it? What was it you were saying when you guys were on? You were just like, "Yeah, I saw him stop like mid sentence." He's like, "Nope, giving Billy that one." Or no, what really got me was because when we had you guys on the first time was the 28th of November, and it was it was the anniversary of my father passed away, and then just trying to do a little something for him, and then all of a sudden we hear black people do coke. I'm like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, man.
That's Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Actually, white people do coke. I'm just saying. Black people do crack.
Who else but Billy?
Oh no! What somebody ought to do is make a soundbite of that line from The Cable Guy where it's Jim Carrey going, "Oh, Billy." I can't believe nobody hasn't thought of that yet.
Oh man, yeah. I think I found the one that I was watching like a Pizza Hut commercial, and it starts with the line "Billy likes sausage," so I had to clip that one. But that's not a bad idea.
You know what you should do, Bran, is collect everything from commercials and movies and other live streams where they're talking about something involving the name Billy. String it all together and like play that for a super chat. That'd be hilarious.
Maybe that's my next expose on Billy, since some people are too stupid to understand. Maybe I'll have to take it an extra mile here. I don't know.
Oh no! What you should do is like gather them all together, send it to Hannibal and Monty, and have them make a song out of it.
Right?
There you go.
Shit, it's so good because Billy's such a common name. This could really be good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think the perfect way to end it would be that Jim Carrey soundbite. That would be the perfect way to end it.
And just Photoshop Billy in there. That one video where he pulls his nipples out for G-Man. You can make this work.
Oh God! If Billy goes back and listens to this later, we're gonna definitely get canceled. Shit.
Oh, he's already canceled. You can't cancel someone if you've already been canceled. That's how it works.
Yeah. I think I'm going on like my 5th cancelization. I don't know. I'm still making videos, so maybe it's just me. I don't know what the definition of cancelization is.
Yeah, right.
Doc, you're quiet.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say on this topic, especially when y'all are talking about Shanny, because I don't really watch her videos.
Well, I mean, just getting a synopsis from people talking about it is enough. I mean,
Yeah.
my God, it's like reading a graphic novel that you don't want to have anything to do with. It's like sitting in a doctor's office reading like old magazines.
Yeah, I mean, I keep trying to do the highlights puzzles in there, and they've already been all filled out.
It's like,
damn it, parents! Have
stop.
you fill those answers out on a separate sheet of paper so the rest of us adults can actually have fun with this.
It's like trying to do the New York Times crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's see. 5 down. Let's see, what is a 5-letter word for land-based sea creature? Starts with a W.
Synonym to sand dolphin.
So Bran, how what I saw your Friday the 13th playthrough. I think it was about a week ago that you were doing that. Jealous because I still haven't got to play that, and I really, really want to.
You better hurry.
Are they about to take it down, or are they about to get rid of it?
I foresee it happening 6 months or so. It's not going to be around much longer. I would get on that if you're interested.
What's coming up new with the breakdown?
Let's see here. The problem is I used to do like a lot of reviews, but with everything going on, there's very little movies pouring out right now. So a lot of what I'm just doing right now is just news on what's going to be coming out, just news and speculation, stuff like that. They released it's like a Wrong Turn reboot or something, and they put it in theaters for one day. And obviously I don't have any theaters nearby that were playing it that are open. And so now I have to wait till like next month to do something about it when it comes out on VOD. So it's just difficult to do that type of stuff right now. That's why I haven't been putting out as much as I would normally would like to.
Are you gonna do another like stream like you and I did around Christmas time?
Yeah, I'm just it's another timing thing. I'm looking for something like along the same lines of what we had done. Like, it was Christmas, polled a couple of people, found some popular Christmas horror movies. I'm looking for a reason to do it. But it's just like it's so weird right now, because when I started that channel, I think the genre was just booming at that point in time. So it's just so odd for me right now to have all these movies postponed, delayed, and there's just really not a lot to talk about.
Well, you got Valentine's Day coming up.
That is true. I could do My Bloody Valentine. I could do Valentine, that Scream ripoff from the late 90s.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually.
You should just hire me to come on and do the show with you, since
you're my idea man.
Do what?
You're my idea man.
Are you basically just saying that I'm a yes man now? Is that what it is? Should I just agree with everything you say about the show?
Yeah, you could go on and be like, yeah. Every time he says something.
Yes. Dude,
everybody needs a hype man.
So could
what do I look like? Flavor Flav? I mean,
I want to contract you. I'm going to pay you with DoorDash, and I'm going to need you to give me some yeahs and maybe some like, how good are you at a Nutty Professor chuckle? Like,
I can do a pretty good Peter Griffin, actually.
That may work. We may try something different. That's not bad, actually.
Giggity. I was actually, like, when you were talking about not having trouble finding stuff to review and everything, I'm like, Valentine's Day is coming up. I haven't seen you talk about or bring up My Bloody Valentine or anything like that. I actually sat, let's see, what was it? I was at work the other night, and I actually watched Night of the Creeps, and it's been the first time I'd seen it in a long time, and the first Slumber Party Massacre, and I'm like, wow, I forgot how great Night of the Creeps is. and like how really just full of cheese Slumber Party Massacre is.
Yeah, it's Slumber Party Massacre is one of those movies I think of whenever I hear people say that like the slasher genre is, against women. It's like that whole fucking movie is about like woman empowerment. Like I don't see how these people miss these obvious cues in these movies. I don't know. It's a pet peeve of mine.
People are dumb. So
Confirmed.
yeah.
Can confirm. Hard yes.
It's like let's take a genre where 99.9% of the time the hero is female and overcomes the antagonist in the end, and say this genre is against women. Like,
look at the first Halloween, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, and then look at and then I saw the tweet that you had sent out earlier talking about somebody stopped following you because you liked the newer Halloween versus the Rob Zombies. I'm just like, okay, when I first saw that, I was just thinking, okay, first of all, I don't know who it was, but fuck that guy. And second of all, and then that's when I replied to it saying, that Rob Zombie should have just stuck with his original material because it's basically like remaking Phantasm and showing the tall man as a kid. I mean, what would be the purpose of it?
Yeah, let's remake Jaws and show how, Jaws how the shark was raised and what. Like, no one gives a fuck.
Exactly. Like, do I really need to know that, Michael Myers was a normal kid at one point and he was raised around an abusive stepdad of
such a copy paste formula too. Like, it's bad. I don't like it, but I thought it was funny that people would unfollow me because of a movie opinion.
Doc, you'd be surprised what people would unfollow me about. It's ridiculous. My Twitter numbers, they'll go up 10 and then down 5 because they'll just not like something I tweet. I'm like, y'all are a bunch of babies.
Oh, right. And it's like it's tied to we've heard so much about this lately that it's probably gonna fall on deaf ears what I'm about to say, but it's like we hear so much about cancel culture, and that's happening on a micro scale with you. People go, oh well, they said something I don't like, therefore I'm going to not subscribe to them anymore. And it's like you can subscribe to people with whom you completely disagree with without having to not hear them. And people are getting pushed more and more into a vacuum, which is not good at all. I mean, you need exposure to opposing views and even views that you completely hate, because we have to learn how to talk to each other like we're human beings. And just shouting down someone because they said something you don't like or you find something offensive.
Did someone say cancel?
Canceled. Well, my thing is like recently there's just been an uptick of people who don't seem to know the difference between criticism and harassment. They immediately say, oh, well, you're criticizing me and I don't like your opinion. I don't like what you're saying. I don't like your advice. Therefore, you're hating me. Therefore, you're harassing me. And I'm going to call the FBI. And I'm just like, knock yourself out, bro. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. It's so dumb.
Right. I mean, honestly, I'm the people who answer the phones at the tip line and stuff for the FBI. I mean, if you literally call in and just like describing someone on YouTube that you can't give them an actual real name for or any other, because I mean, they need all of this for it to be a legitimate report. Like, do you really think they're going to take you seriously? Fuck no.
Yeah.
Someone with the username Banana Sling has said something offensive to me.
Come get Jason Guacamole.
What did you say, Brian?
Come arrest Jason Guacamole right now. Go get him.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. The FBI is not going to waste their time with it. In fact, there are, you know how I know they're not going to waste their time with it? Because there are legitimate cases that they won't take up for whatever reason. And, so they're not going to take up a case where they have to do way more homework than is necessary for YouTube comments. And realistically, there's not going to be anything they can do because they're going to default to the same thing. You're going on Google or YouTube, which is owned by Google. You're going to go say some things, put yourself out there publicly, and then you're going to be upset when people publicly critique you. No, that's how it works in the public square. You're allowed to say whatever you want, but other people are also allowed to disagree with you and criticize you and even criticize your appearance.
Yeah, let's have the best ideas win.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole point of that is we all argue it out, and the best ideas, theoretically at least, will win out.
I'm looking up a quote from it was between Thomas Jefferson and I think James Madison when they were running against each other for when they were running against each other for president. And so people think that that this day and age that we have this our political discourse is so bad.
It's only bad because of you, Doc. You made it this way.
But I'm trying to find the exact quote. And
wait, can we blame Billy for the state of the politics right now?
As I understand it,
blame drag.
That's what I was about to say. You can blame Drag and Billy for pretty much anything at this point.
So,
they made us come on this show and say this. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Hey, no, wait a minute. I was going to say I didn't make you do shit. Don't be trying to lay that at my doorstep now.
Well, now you're canceled. So
yeah, nope.
God damn it! How many times does that make? How many times have we been canceled since we've been on the air?
All right, Widow Son, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get fucking canceled. All right?
Delete your channel.
Get the fuck off YouTube.
You can take the YouTubes and stick it. That's what you can do with the YouTubes.
So I can't find the actual quote, but basically what happened is in the
quote is get off of YouTubes.
The actual quote is Thomas Jefferson said about James Madison, called him a hermaphroditical character who lacks neither the gentleness of a woman nor the firmness of a man. That was an actual thing that our founding fathers said.
Cancel him.
Yeah, he's canceled. He's canceled from history.
So our political discourse in this country hasn't actually gotten any worse. In many ways, it's actually improved. And these were the founding fathers who were saying this stuff about each other. So I'm going, okay, if these people who debated stuff like the Sedition Act and free speech, they settled a lot of that. If you're going in the public square and you are putting yourself out there, you are opening yourself up to whatever comes your way.
Exactly.
Public speaking wise, like the actual threats and stuff like that, and intent to do harm.
Well,
that stuff's not cool, and that stuff does get into legal territory. But if you're up there and someone calls you a dumbass because you're saying something, well, you know what? That is their right to do that as much as it's your right to assert you're not a dumbass.
I think you just described the Geek Room. Like, that's exactly what we do.
It's like I made the comment on one of Rev's mukbangs one day, just like, this is, still can't come up with something original, and then he threw the whole Nikocavo or whatever in the fuck that guy's name is, cameo that he did. I'm like, you paid this guy. Okay, if you pay anyone, they're going to give you good publicity. That's exactly what they're going to do. And that's what you paid him to do. He's like, and then he replied back. He's like, well, you obviously don't know what a review is or anything like that. And then he tried to throw Siskel and Ebert up at me. And I'm like, no. He was like, people were paying them to review their stuff. I'm like, no, they were actually paid by the television networks, and their opinions were their own because they're film critics. Bad film critics, in my opinion, but film critics nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's two completely different, ends of the proverbial spectrum, if you will.
So why isn't he okay with us watching their videos and critiquing them?
Because he's dumb and he doesn't know how to read fair use law. That would be why. He thinks fair use apply to him, but it doesn't apply to anyone else.
Does he have like the Brett Keane understanding where fair use doesn't apply if it's not fair to him?
Yes.
Okay.
All of that. Yes.
And the whatnot.
Yeah.
if you will. Every time I say that, I kind of feel like Dusty Rhodes,
It's hard times, baby.
Son of a plumber. Gold dust give. Well, no, what was it? I was watching. Have you guys ever? Do you guys have Sirius XM or anything like that? Do you listen to Comedy Central Radio?
I've got Sirius XM.
There's a show on there called The Bonfire with Dan Soder and Big J Okerson that I listen to, and they were ripping on Corey Feldman one day. Because apparently I had no idea until about a year or so ago that Corey Feldman did music.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. Oh, it's
I'm
terrible.
scared.
Oh, it's terrible. No offense to the Felt Dog. I love his movies, but his music is terrible. And he was wearing this like white and gold hooded jacket shit. And Dan Soder. Yeah, and Dan Soder made the comment talking about Dusty Rhodes, and he goes, "Gold dust, give Corey Feldman one of your jackets." And I'm like, it seriously looked like a Gold Dust jacket from back in the 80s and shit, or early 90s and shit. Except for sorry, I stepped outside to have a cigarette. Ugh. I was mobile for a moment, taking it on the road, if you will. But yeah. Apparently, fair use. Some of these people think that fair use doesn't apply to everybody. I mean, that's one reason. I ask the opinions of other people about what the show and what we can improve on and everything, because I respect everyone else's opinion. Plus, I'm a big boy. I wear my big boy pants, and I'm just like, if there's something that we could do better, tell us.
Well, here's the thing. So fair use is actually a federal law. So good luck calling the FBI on people who follow fair law. Like it's so ridiculous. The other thing is, it's like what people like Rev and other people off of YouTube don't really seem to get is that unless you accept constructive criticism, you're not going to grow. You're not going to get better. That's like people like him see other people being successful in whatever career or hobby or whatever, and they think, oh my gosh, they just tripped and fell into that position. That's just not how it happens. Along the way, they did some really terrible things. They played an instrument incorrectly. They made a terrible video, whatever. And people liked them enough or respected them enough to say, hey, I have some criticism. You need to do this, this, and this differently. They listened, they got better. And then eventually they got to the point where people were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they made that amazing song or they made that amazing movie. And when you are to the point where you just want to live in this little bubble and you don't want anyone to tell you something that you don't want to hear, then you suck. And you will continue to be terrible at whatever you're trying to do, because you're not going to grow, because you can't grow without constructive criticism. That's just a fact.
Exactly. And self-criticism is also good too. I mean, if you can, cause I'm sure, I'm sure that, you guys, criticize something that you're going to put out, like self-criticism, like, how can I make this better? Stuff like that. I think
everybody here can agree that sometimes we are our own worst critics.
Right.
Well,
absolutely.
And see, like, as far as like self-criticism, I was best example that I have is I was actually at a gig one night. I went to it was at the Mayhem show that I went to see, and there was this band from New York called Immolation that was opening for them. Great band, by the way. and standing at the front of the stage and everything, and I could hear everything perfectly, but their drummer's bass mics, like the mics for his bass drums, were not working properly. Like they were literally going in and out the entire set. And I could hear everything. And, you know, he came walking over to the front of the stage where we were. And, you know, I shook hands with him and I told him, I'm like, dude, dude, you did a great job. And he looked at me and he shook his head and he was just like, no, man, it could have been so much better. And I knew what he was talking about. And I felt bad for the guy. I really did. But, you know, he was giving self-criticism because he knew what the problem was and there wasn't anything that they could do about it because they were like mid-set. And of course, you know, they can't stop.
Nothing he could do. I mean, that's something well beyond his control.
Right. But I mean, he was still giving himself criticism because he knew what the problem was, and it was something that was out of his control, and he felt like he didn't play to the best of his ability because he felt like people couldn't hear him. And I had to respect that because I'm just like, you know, like I said, I felt bad for the guy. I really did. But, you know, I respected him at the same time. I'm just like, he's critiquing himself and he knows what the problem is. And obviously it'll be corrected before they get to wherever their next show is. And that's why, after the shows get posted to YouTube, I go back and listen to them and I'm thinking, okay, where, you know, I'll go back, I'll listen to it and I'm just like, okay, you know, what could we have done? What could I have done different here? Or what could, you know, we have pushed here? Or should this have been brought up at this certain point, you know? Because, you know, it's I'm trying to think how to put this.
It's self-awareness.
Yes.
Without self-awareness, you just become, Rev. So.
Or Corey Feldman when he's doing music.
Yeah.
Can we just compromise on Rev Small? Can we just compromise on that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Have you heard that, Widow?
Yes.
Oh god.
I heard some of it last night, and thank God that you guys did not go further into when he was going to attempt to do Passive from A Perfect Circle, because honestly, I would have mentally canceled you had you continued to play it. Because that is a great song by A Perfect Circle, and he was just going to butcher it like he butchered the Johnny Cash version of Hurt and the DuckTales theme song.
They both have done, I think she's done 130 Smules so far, and he's done about just as many, just ruining all of these songs. And I don't understand how they can't hear themselves. I mean, I'm happy that they're having fun, but wow.
That's fun. But butchering things is fun.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
You're in a safe place here. You don't have to be nice if you don't want to. We're not going to stop you. We're not going to stop you.
I was listening to one the other day and my dogs literally started howling. I'm not kidding. It was the one where he was doing a duet with Shani and I forget what song it was. I mean, it was almost unrecognizable. I had to look at the title because it was so bad.
Hatman says, Rev ruined my childhood with DuckTales. He seriously ducked up. I don't, if you know you can't sing, just don't try, please. It's like people who go to karaoke and once they get really, really hammered, think that they're on American Idol and shit.
Oh.
Bran, you've done drunk karaoke, haven't you?
Let the bodies hit the floor.
No, we're not going to do that. Like, dude, if you can't metal or hardcore scream, don't don't do the song.
He just didn't want to get that lip smacked back open again, is what that was. He may have it in him deep down inside, but
Yeah, like in his pinky toe or something like that was like fucking microscopic. I mean, shit. I know people who can't sing, but like put a fucking mic in their hand and let them do like hardcore or like fucking growl on a metal and shit, and they'll fucking kill it.
One of the things that really like bug me about it, it's like, okay, so they're really terrible. Okay, fine. So just do it and have a good time. But he won't do that. He will do a smule and then know that he is terrible. And instead of just going with it and just having fun, he instead is like, oh, it's COVID. I got the COVID lungs. It's like, what are you doing? And he doesn't have COVID, by the way. He's never had COVID. So
got the Rona lungs.
It's just really weird. And he just ruins it. Like anybody else who was maybe sort of having some feeling of entertainment by watching him, it's just ruined because he just blames it. Like he even blames that on something else. He can't ever take responsibility for anything.
Oh.
Rev, you suck at everything, dude. Just face it.
Even at life.
How do you suck at mukbanging? Like, how's that even possible?
I mean, that whole thing, that whole genre sucks. So it's not really
exactly
hard. Like, why? I mean, why do you want to get on camera and eat? You know, I mean, that's the last thing that I want to see ever is someone just get on there and eat something. Like when she was attempting to do them, that was bad enough. Like I didn't want to eat at all for days after witnessing that.
Well, you're saying it's the worst thing. So I see your Rev mukbang and I raise you an OnlyFans.
Oh, no.
No. I have not seen that material and I refuse because I don't want to bleach my eyes, okay?
Too far.
You might like it. You don't know. Just check it out.
No. I have said this before and I will say this again. I like big girls. I do. But that, well, God no. I would rather dive naked into a swimming pool filled with double-edged razor blades.
Well, let's go ahead and put this to bed right here. Have you ever seen someone digging around in a coin purse and you popped up on her?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well then it might not be for you.
Hey, so funny.
What in the actual fuck, Bran?
You have to be there. It's one of those things you had to be there. But you can still be there. The video still exists. I mean, I can hook you up on Discord if that's what you want. Like,
no, please don't.
By the way, Bran, did you know that? Okay, so you know, like Amberlynn Reed and all those people, right?
Yeah.
So apparently, her ex-girlfriend's new girlfriend has an OnlyFans. So Amberlynn Reed is gonna do an OnlyFans now. And so my question is, you know, Shani, she can't let somebody one up her, right? So I'm wondering if she's gonna start making OnlyFans again because all these other people in her little circle are.
No.
I think I need to go pray.
Like,
are we getting the hotly anticipated sequel? Is that what's about to happen?
I don't know, but I don't understand what has happened to OnlyFans.
Land Whale 2 Electric Boogaloo.
It's like all these people that should not be getting an OnlyFans are doing OnlyFans.
I think it's more of the people that shouldn't be doing it that are on the platform too at this point, it would seem.
Bran has an OnlyFans, I'm sure.
Hey, look, I'll tell you, if I did, it'd be way more entertaining than half the things on the site. We just have a whole welcome into the Friday night stream. It's called "Will This Fit Up My Ass?" All right, let's go.
Things start with a cucumber that seems to work for Rev.
No, I gotta do the cherry tomato fucking bird shot. You know, stick it all up there and shoot it back out.
Oh my god!
No, you start with ping pong balls.
Right.
Shoot them across. Try to shoot them across the room.
You know what I would like to see? Actually, I want to see Rev do like an emo rage video because that would be really entertaining. Don't you think? He could scream at people and threaten to call FBI on random people in the comment section.
You want to see him wear a diaper?
Why not? I mean.
Why do I make my videos in the bathroom? Because if I don't, my wife won't shut the fuck up.
But I mean, like if he did like raging mukbangs, that would be hilarious. Because that's what he does anyway. He just sits there and eats the food loudly, and it's disgusting. I can't stand to listen to people chew their food. It's gross. And then he sits there and coughs like a toddler with his taco tongue. And then he starts raging about somebody in the comments who say, "Hey, like, can you put the camera on the food?" Because that's what it's supposed to be about. That would be really funny to watch him rage and scream while he's eating tacos.
Right.
Tara's got a question for you, Bran.
Nothing yet, but as soon as the money starts coming in, I mean, we can talk.
Like as soon as I start seeing super chat checks, it's going down.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, the inheritance is running out, folks. It's,
Bran's gonna make ends meet somehow.
Because God forbid you get like, I don't know, a job.
The fuck is that?
I don't know. It's what those normal people do.
Bunch of normies.
Yeah, they pay taxes and light bills.
Yeah.
Shit, that's not for me.
Yeah, you know, fuck us normal people who have to, go and, work 40 hours a week and, got responsibilities and shit, fuck that. Well, I mean, I'm just, honestly, I'm just trying to help out Bran. I don't want to see him, like standing on a corner with a sign,
I do. Oh, I absolutely do. Like, I hope because he's always like, oh, everybody's trying to break us up. No, I want them to stay together so that she will spend every last cent that he has.
I was actually talking about Bran. I didn't want to see. I don't want to see him standing on a corner.
No,
that's what I was saying.
No.
Are you sure about that?
Not.
I've got really reasonable prices. I mean, even I know what I look like. All things considered, I've got good prices.
Yeah.
God, you sound like a used car lot commercial.
Oh, make no mistake about it. It's used. It's new to you.
Oh, God.
Bran's got like 500,000 miles on it.
As long as it's certified.
Right? I had to scratch.
You have a Carfax I can look up. You're like, I want to know all the list of people.
Yeah, I think it'll be better if you don't know the Carfax. Just suit up. That's all I'm saying.
Just you may afterwards after the test drive you may want to quarantine for 7 to 14 days.
After the test drive you'll get a positive or a negative.
There's probably other tests that you should probably take after that as well.
It's not a good thing if it's positive, folks.
Positive bad, negative good.
Just remember that.
This is why I love having you guys come on, because it's always a good time. It's always a good time. I mean, let's not forget that Bran almost made me have a spit take a few weeks back from his shutter when we were talking. We were talking to Wanderer because his birthday is actually coming up next month, and I made the comment about having those wild drinking nights where we've drank too much, threw up too much, and woke up with next to someone we probably shouldn't have, and all of a sudden Bran just decides to shudder out of nowhere, and it caught me off guard.
That visceral shudder.
Yeah, and
you know, there's a story there.
yeah. Oh yeah, I knew when I heard the shudder, I knew there was a story. Which there was a disturbance in the force when I made that statement after that and then after that shudder, because it made me relive one of my moments.
It's funny you say a disturbance in the force, because I called that the execution of Order 66, that exact specific evening. So it's kind of interesting. A lot of people died.
Oh, God.
Did you have
someone think of the younglings?
I got buddies that died face down in the muck, so we could.
Right.
Had a Walter moment talking about like just suddenly you break into like a Nom story and you weren't even there. hang on, let's. Oh, really?
Oh, hell yeah. That's what's going down.
What?
Brandon's trying to be Vaughn and super impregnate everyone.
Yeah, like Vietnamese or whatever it is, the man said.
Oh.
So earlier, so I see Sterno's comment about OnlyFans. So that reminds me, there was...
No one wants to know about your OnlyFans, Doc.
Well, I'm not going to tell you about mine.
Wait a minute, Bran seems pretty interested.
Oh yeah,
I haven't even seen your face, and I already want to see more, Doc. Come on.
he wants to see more of the stash. Is what he wants to see.
Yeah. Does the curtains match the drapes? You have you got like a mustache over top of your cock and balls or something.
Yikes.
He's got a Sam Elliott up top and down below.
I see. That's worth the price of admission to the OnlyFans.
Well, I'm sponsored by Manscaped.
Oh my god!
So I've since gotten off dating apps just because they're awful and they're just. I've learned for me, it's just better for me to meet people in person. But there's this. I was on Hinge at one point, and so there's this girl. She and I, we hit it off, and the third exchange. And what I mean by that is I message her, she messages me. I message her, she messages me.
Well, that's usually how a conversation goes.
Yeah, so this is the third exchange. She goes, "Hey, I don't know if you're into this, but check out my OnlyFans," and sent me a link to her OnlyFans. And I was like, I'm not doing that, because this whole dating app for you is a way for you to pick up customers. It's like,
hey Rev. Sorry, Doc. I just insulted.
Dude, I'd quit the show right now if I were you.
You're canceled, widow. Get out.
Yeah, I'm about to drive where you are and do an elbow drop.
Oh God, he's gonna diamond cut me. Well, hey Doc, you've got a subscriber right there. They'd sign up for $1. I'd buy that for $1. Oh my God.
You're all canceled for making fun of sex workers.
So one of my friends has made the joke that he wants to start an OnlyFans where it's just him doing nothing but cooking, like completely fully clothed and everything. And I'm like, dude, that would be actually hilarious to pull a stunt like that.
This is image from my account, actually.
Oh gosh.
Take a look right here. Chivalry isn't dead, gentlemen. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, proposing through a glory hole.
just like everyone's grandma and grandpa used to do.
Classy. So classy.
She said yes. And she just took the ring. I don't think she's in there anymore. I don't know.
She's off to pawn it. Is that your plans for Valentine's Day, Bran? You're going to propose through a glory hole?
Oh, this was 3 years ago on Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Y'all have got me crying right now. I swear to God, I've been laughing so much.
Hey, Brian, I just sent you a video for you to check out in the private chat. You're welcome.
See, I'm already torn if I should click this or not then.
If you value your sanity, you won't do it.
You will do it. It's funny.
Wow, did you hear the Jedi mind trick he just tried to pull on you?
I like the title already. It's very fitting.
It's a Steel Panther song.
Oh, God. Why do you subject people to this band?
Because they're an awesome band.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Okay, look, their song, The Burden of Being Wonderful, is my manthem.
The fact that you just use the word manthem scares me.
It's a word I made up. Trademark pending.
Is that G-Man holding a diaper?
I think it's the Bible. I think I see Genesis up there at the top.
Yeah,
it looks like a diaper is what it looks like.
So, Brian, let me know what you think of that when you get a chance to listen to it.
Oh, God. Steel Panther is not worth it.
Steel Panther is worth it.
I'll fully admit, not a Steel Panther fan, but once again, the title of the song, pun intended, sucks you right in.
And people think I'm weird because I listen to bands like Satanic War Master and Mayhem and fucking Immolation and shit like that, and he throws fucking Steel Panther out there.
Dude, okay, so I've heard stories of people playing community property at their wedding for the dance between husband and wife. And that is hilarious.
Oh, God.
It's even funnier than people dancing to U2's One, because that song is a breakup song. And here they are playing a breakup song at their couple's dance.
Oh, why would you do that? Like, I've never been married ever. Which, Doc, did you just do a line of coke?
No, I just had to blow my nose.
Because honestly, that's what it's. He's got a nose. He's got a nose like a Hoover vacuum.
Dude, you just did a line.
Y'all, I'm trying to get into the Air Force. I can't do any of that stuff.
White people do coke.
Air Force, crack. It's just two different ways of getting high, man.
It was a long line.
Very long.
Yep.
And this is not the platform for you to be doing your lines, Doc.
Isn't it though?
I mean, you said it. Anything goes. So
Yeah.
why are you?
Anything goes except for cocaine, you hypocrite.
Oh, the backpedaling begins.
Just like the U.S. government, you turd.
I'm such a horrible person. I hate myself. I think I'll fake go to the hospital now.
Yeah, make sure you play games and fucking appear in the background of other people's videos while you're gone.
Can I tweet while I'm not in the hospital?
Absolutely, and then claim you have stress surgery.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about the stress surgery.
Yeah, stress surgery. Yep.
Oh man. I see. I'm not the only one that thought that.
No, I did too. Honestly, you beat me to saying it. Actually, that's why I laugh so hard.
That's payback for that spit take, motherfucker. No. On last week's show, Mother Tara almost got me because I don't even remember what she said. No, it was Hatman that got me, and I was actually I actually had a couple of my books sitting here on the table, and I was like, it almost happened, and I almost had a spit take all over my books, and I told him, like, you almost owed me some money, sir, because these books are quite expensive. I need to. I will no longer be keeping my books and beverages within the same range of each other.
Just put everything on your bed. I hear that works out pretty well.
Yeah.
Streaming equipment, your
You should cook on your bed
plate.
too. Yeah.
You know, I thought about doing that one day, but you know, I have cats and they like to stick their nose in everything, so that's not a good idea.
That's not very food porn individual of you.
And definitely don't clean your ceiling fan because that is dumb.
It's for losers.
Yeah, and clean. So is cleaning my bathroom.
Psychopaths.
No, Hat Man, I'm not going to cook on my cats. Why would I do such a horrible thing?
Speaking of, someone get watermelon out of there before it's too late.
Who was it that was making? I can't remember who was saying it. Like they thought that the cat was fake.
I don't know. Probably someone trolling Rev. I don't know.
It's just like the cat was not fake. Well, then how come we don't like see it more regularly? Because you probably have terrified it beyond belief. That's why.
It's a taxidermied cat that he just pretends it's still alive or something. Like, I don't know.
Oh no, that poor cat. I don't. That if that cat could talk, it would probably scream in horror. It would be sitting there with like a bottle of bourbon and a cigarette of catnip just rolled and just sitting there just like, you don't even want to know the things I've seen.
I've seen some shit, man. I was under the bed. Shanny sat down. That's all I want to really say.
I meowed for days. Days, I tell you.
I know that bitch heard me.
They don't feed me. Help me. Help me.
Oh, so hey.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's accurate and correct, Hatman.
Well,
hey, do y'all want to hear something funny?
I like the pause, like no one trusts it.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know if I trust it.
Okay, no, you're going to trust this. You're going to like this. Robinhood CEO sends out email to customers asking for that free stock back. All right, here's an article. It's a short article. I'll read it out to you. Robinhood customers have been dealing with a number of issues with the embattled platform over the last couple of days. From restrictions to limitations, their patience and solvency has been tested. So you can imagine their surprise when, after the market closed today, they all received an email from CEO Vlad Tenev asking for that free share back. He says, first off, I'd like to say we definitely don't have a liquidity problem. It's so complex what's going on that I can't really explain, but I promise it's all totally cool. But remember how we gave you that free stock when you signed up? That was awesome, right? Well, we're going to need it back, just to borrow it, really. What's a couple of stocks between friends?
That's an Office Space moment. It's just like, so yeah, I'm going to need you to go ahead and return that free stock. If you could do that before the end of the day, that would be great.
Yeah.
Great.
And it's like, and then he said, I know not many of you buy dividend-paying stocks because, let's face it, that's no fun. But if you have the dividends that we paid you out over the last couple of years, do us a solid and send those back too. Can't wait to have you all back to trading Monday. So basically, he's asking for the free stock and the dividends back. And I'm like, nope. Whoever, it's like everybody just keep holding. This type of crap, it's just like
the entitlement in that letter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, and it says, so basically I think they're facing bankruptcy. It says, with rumors of a weekend bankruptcy on the table, traders are anxiously hoping Robinhooders can be totally chill and just give those stocks back. It's like,
I don't see it happening.
It's like, you guys, it's like, wait a minute. You guys do this crap to each other between hedge funds. So basically what happened to them, to these hedge funds that the Reddit community did, is something they do to each other all the time when they go to short a stock. And suddenly when it's us peons doing it, it's not okay. Forgive me when I say I'm going to extend 2 middle fingers up to those bastards on Wall Street.
Honestly, I think somebody should just walk into that guy's office with like just a bunch of just blank pieces of paper with like folded pieces of paper with the words like GameStop stock on it. Slam it down on the desk and look at him and be like, "Where you shove this is up to you."
Yeah. Here's what
It's like a sad story about these millionaires, man.
Well, it's not even millionaires, dude. It's the billionaires that are upset about it. And what I'm looking at with all of this, I'm going, okay, I'm concerned with what the fallout's going to be, because they're going to try to put restrictions on what they call the retail investors. What you and I getting involved, we are retail investors.
I don't shop at GameStop. Fuck them.
Yeah, it's but they're I mean, these guys have collapsed entire companies. So yeah, it's like they've bankrupted entire companies. They have caused people to lose their jobs. They are responsible for what happened, or partially responsible for what happened in the 2008 financial crisis.
All right.
And one of the biggest hedge funds that has declared bankruptcy, apparently, or I think it's one of the bigger ones, they actually were responsible for the crap in 2008. So I'm like, I have no sympathy for them. It's like the millionaires, the top millionaires, because not every millionaire is in the same category with this. I mean, there are 788 billionaires in the country. So when Forbes releases its annual Forbes 400, almost half of the billionaires can't even make that list. So not even having $1 billion in assets will get you on that list. So most millionaires definitely are not in that category. If you have somebody who has a net worth of like $5 million or $10 million, that person doesn't even hold a candle to anybody else above them on that. So you can't lump all millionaires in that. You can most certainly lump the ones who have
Well, I guess it's time for those guys to get an OnlyFans page so they can make their money back.
Or
yeah, it's bootstrap time, isn't it?
Bootstrap.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and so the thing that so now you got these guys saying that there needs to be more regulation on this, and more regulation's coming, but it's going to be on people like us and not on them, because not only do it's like basically what's happened over the weekend or right before the weekend is, let's say you're playing a basketball game with someone, and those people not only are your opponents, and not only do your opponents have access to better resources, better training, and performance-enhancing drugs that are for some reason not even banned, they also own the referees. They make the rules. And so what they did is they basically told the other team, sit down, you guys have scored too many points, sit down so we can get some free throws in. And then the other thing that they've done with that is now they're going to, while we're sitting down during an intermission, because that's what the weekend is, they're going to rewrite new rules and put them out there, which is why there needs to be a congressional investigation, which is one of the reasons why I'm supporting the calls from both Republicans and Democrats to actually do an investigation into all of this. But mark my words, you will only have a few representatives standing up for us. The rest are going to fall prey to the hedge funds, and they're going to put in those rules that the hedge funds want.
Yeah, that seems to be the way things work around here, as I've come to see. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Like I said, I guess those guys are just going to have to start their own OnlyFans page and start making their money back. Just,
We gotta bail them out, you guys, so they can fire people after we do,
What the hell is the world coming to?
Dude, it's always sucked. What are you talking about?
Oh, of course. I mean,
Pick any time on the history of this earth and tell me what good shit was going down, you know?
well, the 90s when there was great music coming out.
Well, I mean, there were still like, you know, a lot of brown people getting bombed overseas and things, you know?
Well, you asked for something good. I just gave you something good.
I want something good in a different way from you, Widow. That's what I want.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Onlyfans.com, by the way, Widow, if you want to preview of what that could be like.
I will, Bran, as much as I appreciate the offer, I don't think my
Hey, before you say anything, I've marked it down to $6.99. All right. I marked it down. Like I said, my prices are reasonable. Reasonable.
I was just gonna say I don't think my lady friend would like that too much.
I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Give it a whirl. You guys could go in halvesies. There's something for the ladies on there. Don't worry. It's not just everything. You know, it's not just me shoving a bunch of stuff up my ass, as I may have alluded to earlier.
I was gonna say
that's mostly what it is. But
it's the ping pong ball trick.
Oh my god!
No. Is this the relay race that we were alluding to when you guys brought
it's once again, it's that train wreck mentality. I still kind of want to see this happen. Like I don't really care who does it. I just want to see the relay.
You want to see them high five ass cheeks?
Yeah, pass off the cucumber, ass to ass, and take off running.
Wait a minute.
Yep, I've definitely got it now. You've only got to run for a mile with that up there, so pace yourself.
Yeah, you may want to jog instead of run. Or maybe power walk.
Power waddle.
Should do the Karen walk.
Right.
Do the Shanny waddle.
What's up this guy's ass? You don't want to know.
Hey, there's an OnlyFans game show idea for you, Brandon. What's up that guy's ass?
We can make it patriotic too, kind of like the Olympics. We can all have the nations being represented. See, Hatman gets it. He gets it. Like fuck boxing. This is the new sweet science. All right.
What dildo relay races is the new sweet science? Is that what you're saying?
I think I am actually. I mean, when you say it like that, it just sounds so vulgar. But I mean, Are
you going to submit this to the Olympic Committee?
What do you mean going to? Like they've rejected me like every year for like the last decade. Every 4 years rather. But I'm trying. I'm trying.
Uh-oh, I think Hatman's in trouble.
Oh God, yeah. Who are you passing it to?
I don't think we want to know the answer to that question. Oh.
Canceled. They've made a mockery of the Olympics, something that is just so wholesome, and the tradition of the Olympics. They've ruined it. Cancel them. Fuck them. Get them off YouTube.
Hey, that would give them an interesting way to light the torch, wouldn't it? We're talking about Brandon, you were talking about doing the ping pong ball trick, shooting it across the room. Just, shoot it up there in the torch and try to light it.
Dude, I'm going to dab after I do that. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be one of those, like, flip the bottle. Can he do it? That's taking it to a whole new level right there.
No, what you should do is you should dab and then do the Carlton dance from Fresh Prince.
Fuck yeah, man, I'll do it.
But they have to play Tom Jones before you can do it. They have to play It's Not Unusual.
Unfortunately, that is unusual.
That song was just going through my head.
It's
In
not
her head,
unusual to pass dildos all fast to ass.
Gosh.
I was about to say Toast was sitting over there just doing the dance in her head. That's exactly what she was doing.
Yep. And then somebody has made a meme of that one scene at the very end of Fresh Prince where he walks into an empty living room and they put G-Man's face on the guy's body. And it's just like, drag won't come to my channel anymore.
Yeah, that was
Why don't he want me, man?
that was the picture for Dreese's stream earlier, I think.
Yes, yeah.
I was watching a little bit of that before we came on the air. Bran, I think you may have founded your own Olympics. I think you may have done that.
I'm hopeful. Maybe we can get some funding and the proper athletes in place for this.
Oh, I was going to say, who exactly would sponsor such an event?
Soup Plantation. They'll sponsor just about. Well, I think they're out of business now because of the Rona.
Damn it, Bran! You.
Mm-hmm. I got them canceled.
No, you just
mentioned all the trigger words for YouTube.
No, Bran just made me have the spit take. God damn it!
I'm gonna average at least one of those every time I come on.
You failed the first time. You got me this time. You. I'm gonna have to cancel you. Do what you say, man.
Don't worry about what he said. He's canceled.
Oh man, you son of a bitch! Oh my god. There, finally.
You good, man?
Yeah, I just had it like water coming out of my nose.
Did y'all see that clip on, I think it was either Twitter. I think it was Twitter, where it was like a hedge fund manager was in his office and he starts screaming and cussing and yelling and he threw his chair across the room and he's like, "Do you know how much money I lost?" And he's screaming. It was the most hilarious thing I've seen all day.
Please share the link.
Right?
I thought you were about to say he threw his chair and hit somebody in the head.
No, it was funny because somebody was recording him and he's like, "Come here, don't you put that on social media." And he's like chasing after the guy.
Like,
I'll see if I can find it.
Like,
I have no sympathy for them because they're the ones who basically bankrupted the economy in 2008, caused many of us early millennials who were on an upward trajectory to have to move back in with our parents or family members. I mean,
I was 21 years old.
Yeah, no sympathy whatsoever.
Yeah, it caused a lot of us to have to, and a lot of the later Gen Xers and those of us like Widow and I who fall at the in-between stage between the two generations, a lot of us had to move back in. We were on the upward trajectory. I mean, it threw our life off course for at least 5 years. And then these are the same ones who advocated for getting rid of the pensions and implementing the 401ks, which they benefit from greatly because that's how many of them became billionaires. And then they've made money off of the 2008 collapse. The bailouts that were given to the big banks, that was the year that we saw the biggest bonuses given out to bank executives. Then this year, they've made more money off the pandemic because we've seen the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor and middle class to the wealthiest Americans. And yet somehow I'm supposed to have sympathy for those people after they have completely taken advantage of all of us over the last 30 to 40 years or more. No, I have no sympathy for them. No. Not at all. It's time that they suffer like the rest of us.
I totally agree.
And and it's like one of the things, because I'm as friendly and pro free market as you can get within reason, and I'm one of those guys. I'm looking at this going, the abuses that we're seeing, that small group of people, that's not even the 1%. They are like the 1% of the 1% of the 1%, or even more a fraction of that. They're the ones who can't see that because of the greed and the fact that they have lobbied Congress and that in the Senate and gotten laws passed that benefit only them, that it's setting up a nightmare scenario where people are going to get desperate and they're going to wind up and start fighting. And, some of my friends who are much more conservative than I am will be the ones to say, well, we don't need socialism. We don't need redistribution of wealth. And I have to point out to them, look, you guys have no problem with redistribution of wealth when it's money being taken out of the pockets of the poor and middle class. But suddenly, when that whole group, the majority of the Americans, are saying, hey, give us back what is rightfully ours, suddenly socialism is a bad thing.
They're okay with socialism for the rich and for corporations. Yeah. They're not okay with socialism for the people.
Exactly. And I'm not okay with socialism in any case of that. But and then we can get into a bigger debate on what I mean by that. But that's probably not the time or place for it, because there are certain things that I am for, like student loan bailouts, universal health care, and a lot of social safety nets. But also having a free market, like the Nordic system, to me is a really good system, and the way they have that set up. And granted, if we implemented that here, you would have to cater it to fit our specific situation. You can't just take a cookie cutter approach to it. And but again, in the 1980s, you could make the Forbes 400 list if you had $100 million worth of assets. So Donald Trump was able to get on that list by claiming he had $100 million worth of assets. You can't even get on that list now if you have $1 billion worth of assets. Because, again, remember, there are 788 billionaires in this country, and Forbes 400 only lists the top 400. So almost half of all billionaires in this country will not even make it to that list. So how is it, even adjusted for inflation, you still like the amount of money that Donald Trump had, even when adjusted for inflation, would not have been enough to put him on the Forbes 400 list today.
Well, man, we better come up with some way to get rich quick. That's all I'm saying. I think Bran, you got $1 million idea with your Olympics. The right sponsors. You could be rich, dude.
I'm working on it right now. What are you talking about? I think I'm just so quiet.
Yeah.
He's sitting there with a notebook and a pen. He's just like,
I'm on the phone with Verizon and Nike to see if they want to sponsor this fucking shindig.
Oh, don't forget Gatorade.
Oh yeah, we got to have. I was thinking maybe Astroglide too. I'm gonna talk to those guys.
KY maybe.
I think that's a little pretentious.
Really?
I'm talking Astroglide.
Why? But why is KY? Why is that pretentious?
They think they're the fucking king, so to speak, of the water-based lubricant market, but they are not. It's totally Astroglide. Like, get on their level.
Do you think you get like Walmart involved? Walmart's got money.
It kind of sounds like a Walmart thing to do. I'll say that. Why not?
Maybe maybe Target.
See, once again, I don't know, man. I think that's a little out of our target audience.
So Walmart isn't, but Target is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I understand we're spitballing ideas here. I appreciate you thinking outside of the box, but we have to be realistic at some point. By the way, this is a board meeting for the dildo passing Olympics. You're all official board members now.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, come on, Toast. You know what bring? You got to bring something to the table here.
I think we should invest in toasters.
Just for the fuck of it, I say okay.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think I think that would be a wise investment.
And who knows? There may be an OnlyFans for toasters. You just don't know.
Are you advertising your OnlyFans now? Is that what?
No, not at all. I'm just throwing it out there.
No,
hot toaster on toaster action.
Melted butter and jelly everywhere.
I'm really regretting choosing this avatar right now.
Why all of a sudden?
Just all the jokes that I've heard. I'm gonna butter you up. Ugh. Like, oh, that's so original.
It's hard. I guess it's hard to come onto a piece of toast. You know, what lines do you say?
Baby, I'm gonna butter your bread.
Gotta be some variation of that, or since it's toast, the word hot. I mean, that's, you know.
No, what was it that Mitch Hedberg said? He said he was in a movie with Peter Frampton, and he really didn't know what to talk to him about. And he goes, "Hey, Peter Frampton, do you like toast too?" "Yes, as do I. It's warm and crispy, and a perfect place for jelly to lay."
Oh man, I miss Mitch.
Now stay away from me, Frampton. I ain't got shit to say to you. No, my favorite of his was man, I'm gonna stop following my dreams, man. I'm just gonna find out where they're going and hook up with them later.
Right. Dude, he had a way with words. He was very entertaining. It was sad to see him go so young.
There you go. There's the OnlyFans for you right there, Toast. Just pictures of different burnt toasts. That's it.
I feel like I would be contributing to the feeder community, and I'm not sure if I want to be connected to them. Yeah, hard pass on that.
That's a hard no.
Just like get a piece of toast and make like a thong tan line on it. You know? No, just do a bikini.
Like the Minions.
Right.
Do what? The minion toast. There you go. Oh my god! Apparently, everybody's it's like you get an OnlyFans and you get an OnlyFans. Everybody gets an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I don't get it. I would never. I don't know. Call me whatever, but I can't do that. It's just not my thing.
You're just
one day.
You're just a prude.
In the future, that's going to be everyone's job. You know, they just turn on their webcam and go to work.
Well, I mean, Bran, you do it for fun. So, I mean, what does that say about you?
A lot. And nothing all at once.
Aren't you ashamed? Aren't you ashamed? Hang your head in shame, sir.
He should be ashamed. As a matter of fact, he's canceled.
Oh my gosh, y'all! I found a new headline.
Stop looking at the news. You're depressed. You're just depressing yourself.
This is wild. I got it. Okay, this is from the UK. Bloke has his penis held to ransom by hackers who took control of digital chastity belt.
I don't even know what to say to that.
What? How did they get a digital chastity belt on him?
Wait, why would you put one on?
I hope it's not like voluntary. And wait a minute, what the fuck is a digital chastity belt anyway?
Right. I was going to ask that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it
just
kind of like
this premise? Like,
Is there a market for that? Are people buying those?
I was gonna say it sounds like you buy like your girlfriend or something, like the panties that vibrate and you keep the controller. It's kind of what it sounds like.
No, it sounds like the first piece of technology the Amish would invest in. Like, that's what it sounds like to me.
As long as it's battery operated, maybe.
The name of the company is Kiwi, the company which makes the cellmate cage. That's the name of it. Says it believes that a true chastity experience is one that does not allow the wearer to have any control over it.
That's what you want to get, the true chastity experience.
Wait,
oh,
I didn't know there was such thing as a false chastity experience.
Okay.
I guess that's where you escape the chastity belt, you know?
No, it would just be like that scene from Robin Hood Men in Tights, you know, where he's trying to get the chastity belt off of her and he's like using like a jackhammer and shit and he can't do it.
I mean, what happens, like, I'm just wondering, like, daily functions, like, what happens if you've got to pee? How does that thing work?
There'll be none of that.
How do you clean yourself, though, too?
Once again,
so is there like a built-in diaper? Like, how does this work?
But
because I know a guy who would definitely be into that.
There's a diaper?
He wouldn't be able to pull his dick out and wave it at everybody anymore.
Well, you know what? More reasons I'm for this. Like, I'm totally okay with Emo never waving his dick around to show his anger.
How the fact that his channel didn't get taken down because of that is like amazing.
Well, from what I understand, it was about the size of a nipple. So if he had done it on Twitch, he would have been gone. So YouTube's the place for him to be.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so glad that I actually didn't see that video.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, it's gotten to the point to where anytime, like earlier, whenever Doc put that link in the side, there was that apprehension because I have clicked so many things that people that I trust send me, and it's just life-changingly bad. For example, Billy sent me a picture not too long ago of a man having sexual intercourse with a snake, and that ruined my month. So I'm having trust issues, honestly.
Dude, like, so I was on Facebook when I was in grad school, and I get this message from this sweet lady I went to church with, and I was like, there's a link in it, so I click on the link, and then suddenly my browser just starts going crazy, and I'm like, shoot, so I shut it down. I open up another browser and change my password and everything. Well, I think everything is fine until the next morning I start getting messages from people saying, hey, Justin, what's up with you inviting me to a Victoria's Secret show at like 2 a.m?
Because I guess that's the best time to have them.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap everything up for the week. Right now, we are planning to have the next show this coming Friday. Still working on the guest for that show coming up. Wanderer, good to see you in the chat. Sorry you couldn't make it into the show today. So, Miss Toast, once again, I will ask, do you have anything coming up on your channel you want to push and let the people know about?
Nothing specific. Just that, if you want some entertainment, you just want to laugh at weird people on the internet, then I have a channel for that. I don't really sort of take these people seriously, but it's just something I do for fun outside of real life. to sort of laugh at these weirdo people who make poor life choices. So
Do you have another minute of Lols Cows coming up?
yes, it should resume probably next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you want to give us a little preview?
Actually, I have no idea because generally what I do is I sit down like Monday night and I sort of go through basically what all of these people did throughout the last 7 days. And from there, I kind of make a bullet point of what I want to say. And then when I start recording the video, then I just sort of riff off of that. So I never really know what's actually going to be in the video until I actually sit down and start recording it.
I was hoping for a free preview. Damn.
I never know because sometimes they'll do something like crazy ridiculous on a Sunday night. And I'm just like, okay, that's got to go in there.
No free preview. You canceled. Bran, what about you? What have you got coming up that you're working on behind the scenes that nobody needs to know about, and your OnlyFans doesn't count?
I feel like I've promoted that enough throughout the stream. I'm okay with that. So, but yeah, I guess the most recent thing that's going to be happening is other than the Salt Mine tonight on the Geek Room, Sunday night we're going to have a private show. So the thing about those is we have to do those on burner channels because these these private shows we show a lot of the things that we're not able to show normally. Take that for whatever it's worth. So if you're interested in that, head over to the Geek Room and check out the instructions to do so. It's going to be interesting. Let's just say that. Frank actually played one of the videos for the people that were on panel during the Devil's Lettuce last night. And we just kind of, we watched a video that left everyone wishing that they hadn't have seen it. So that's why you definitely need to be here for this.
Okay, so the private show's coming up Sunday?
Yes, Sunday night.
Okay. And Salt Mine tonight at what time?
8 o'clock because Billy's bedtime.
Billy's bed.
Fire Billy.
Yeah, I've had people ask, like, why do you guys do everything at 9 p.m. except for Salt Mine? It's like Billy's bedtime. On a fucking Saturday.
Yeah, I was about to say, who has a bedtime on a Saturday unless they have to like work the next day?
He doesn't. He's just a bitch. It's Billy. What are you gonna do? We love the guy.
Who's gonna be on the Salt Mine tonight?
I'll be honest with you. I generally don't know until I get on. That it's even a surprise to me. But I don't know. I think Sam's gonna be on tonight. I think I'll be on with Billy, and there'll be some surprises even for me.
Well, look forward to watching that. Since I actually have a Saturday off, I will actually get a chance to tune in and watch it live and attempt to harass everyone in the chat. So
yeah, you harass them while we harass all the people that put this video that they make and put up publicly, because that's what we're doing at the end of the day, right?
Right. I mean, because fuck fair use and all that shit, right?
Oh yeah, fuck critique of your public video that you made for everyone to see.
But remember, we've all got to pretend to go to the hospital and sing.
Y'all are just haters.
Yeah. My life totally revolves around being a hater.
Well, pretty soon it's going to revolve around being canceled. I'm just now catching wind of this here channel. But believe you me, you're going to be canceled. And you're canceled. See, I told you.
I blame Doc.
Well, yeah, it's okay to blame me. I get blamed for everything. So
#fire Doc. So
if you fire him, you'll only be half canceled.
Okay, so we'll fire Doc and we'll hire Burnt Toast. How about that?
Still canceled.
Wow.
She knows she's been canceled.
Several times.
Canceled to a crisp, that Burnt Toast is.
Yeah, I'm such a hater. I harass people by watching their videos on YouTube.
She admits it.
Yep. I watch videos on YouTube.
Cancel.
So, do you have you mentioned the geek room? Any plans for breakdown coming up in the future?
Yeah, there'll be some things. My inner Scream nerd is now theorizing about a film I know nothing about. So there'll probably be some like I don't know, I guess kind of like a theory video as that relates. And I'm actually giving some thought now to what you said about the Valentine's Day video. I think I'm going to do it.
Right on. Well, you know, if you ever need someone for some back and forth, just hit me up.
I see it's something that gets me in trouble in my own marriage. See, I have a tendency to forget Valentine's Day as a thing until like, I don't know, when I wake up and my phone's like, hey, it's Valentine's Day. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Do it before Valentine's Day.
See, I forgot it existed. You forget that point. But thank you for reminding me that it's the end of January.
Yeah. You've got time to find a way to stay out of trouble.
I've got to find a way to stop getting so canceled, is what you're trying to say.
Okay. Yeah. If you forget Valentine's Day, then you definitely get canceled.
Yeah, that might actually cause some cancellation that may hurt. Like legitimate. I'm not even going to mock that cancellation. That would suck.
That's cancellation sleeping on the couch is what that is.
Yeah. I don't want that. Sometimes she watches these shows, so I'm just not gonna.
Oh no! Oh
boy!
No. Oh yeah! Oh no! If she does watch this, I'm trying to help you. So you know, I'm not in trouble here. So, but I'm still getting canceled, so it doesn't matter.
Funny you should say that.
And actually, before we wrap up here, I was actually thinking of, I was going to message you and ask you this. Have you, closer to like Halloween time and everything, have you ever thought about doing like one that's just like a cult horror?
See, that's, I don't know. It's one of those things that I have to be, it's one of the subgenres I think that I'm not as well versed in to talk about at great lengths as I am some of the others. Mm-hmm. So like that's the thing. Like a lot of times what would prevent me from talking about something like specifically like that is I just don't feel like I'm well versed enough to speak on it. Like I know some surface level things, obviously. But I'm just not as big a fan of the subgenre as I am some of the others, so I'm not quite as educated on it.
That's that. I mean I love horror like altogether, but like that's just one like I can't not if I find one and covers and previews are very deceiving. I've seen so many that were just absolutely terrible, but I've still sat through them and I'm just like, why did I waste my life watching this movie? As a matter of fact, I was at work last night and I sat and watched Double Dragon. Oh my God. I wish I had
that to yourself.
Because I had never seen it before.
Oh, so you chose to do it.
Yeah, I did it. I did it voluntarily.
Yeah, you have no one to blame.
So I just posted a link. I finally found it. I had to Google it. It's a video that somebody put on Twitter. It has a ridiculous amount of views. It's the hedge fund guy. He's like throwing a chair and freaking out because he lost all this money. And it is so delicious to sit here and watch him get mad over losing all this money. It's very satisfying.
Is it so good? Is it so good? It should be fattening.
Oh man, his tears are delicious.
Yeah.
Yes, yummy tears. Yes,
got cinnamon tears.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. I just want to take a quick moment. Thank everyone for popping into the chat. Miss Mother Tara, Stew Dog, I see you popped in. Sir Hatman, Sterno, Wanderer, Peanut, Scud. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Today has been an absolute blast. And Lady Toast, once again, you know you have an open invitation. You are welcome here anytime. Bran, you know you are certainly welcome here anytime. As a matter of fact, the next time it's just going to be me and Doc doing a show probably during the week. We definitely need to get you on so we can all exercise our inner wrestling nerd. So we can kind of go back and forth about that. That'll probably be very boring for some people, but very entertaining for us. So,
Right.
but yeah, certainly, dude, you know you've got an open invitation here. You, all the guys in the geek room. Shout out to Frank, Billy, Anna, all of you. You know you're more than welcome here anytime. And of course, and it's like I've told Frank, and I'll say it to you, Bran. If you guys ever need anything from us here at the Sanctum Sanctorum, you know we will be more than happy to help you out in any way that we can.
I appreciate it, man. But
No
you are
problem.
canceled. You understand that now, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Endorsement of one who is already canceled, inherently, you're canceled.
I'm canceled by association. That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Doc, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, I've had a blast. And also, great quote from this Twitter thread that was sent to us by Burnt Toast. Says, Wall Street loves disruption, just not when they're on the receiving end.
Throwing chairs, canceling each other.
Yep.
Well, all right, guys. Thank you so much once again for tuning in. We will see you this coming Friday. Like I said, still working on the guest coming up with Mother Tara, and hopefully we can get all of that taken care of as soon as we can. But once again, we love every single one of you. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the stream for us. Hit that subscribe button. Get the notification bell on. If you know anyone who would actually also enjoy listening to the show, send them a link to the channel. And we appreciate all of the help and word of mouth and the support for the channel. It means the world to us. So we will see you again this coming up Friday at normal time, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time. And we will have the reminder set up very soon. But guys, thank you once again, everyone, for tuning in to the Sanctum Sanctorum this week. And as always, my friends, peace be with you.